Welcome, both longtime Leo soul searchers and newly awakened lion-hearted wanderers, to Golden Fortune Leo, the cosmic corner where we don't just study astrology, we live it with pride, power, and a well-earned sense of drama. If you're here, you're not just someone who reads your horoscope for fun. You're one of the chosen ones, the radiant few who know that every solar flare, every lunar nudge, and yes, even every inconvenient Mercury retrograde, is part of a grander, wilder symphony meant to awaken the truest version of you. And this week? Oh, it's not just a blip in the stars, it's a full-on energetic upgrade. From June 2nd to June 8th, the cosmos opens a rare portal that's less gentle shift and more celestial boot camp. Think of it as a spiritual roar rehearsal. You're not just weathering the storm, you are the storm. If you've been waking up with a racing heart, feeling butterflies in your solar plexus for no apparent reason, or having that weird sensation like something big is about to drop, you're not broken. You're being tuned to a higher vibration. Call it a nervous system software update. Leo 2.0 is loading. As someone who's studied both the symbolic language of the stars and the tangled knots of human psychology for decades and tossed in a fair amount of Buddhist wisdom to stay grounded, I can tell you with confidence, this is not the week to play small. This portal is a spiritual clarion call. You may feel restless, lit up from the inside, maybe even a little dramatic, as if you needed cosmic permission. But that's not chaos, it's transformation in progress. Your soul is turning up the volume on your destiny, and the universe is finally listening. So don't dull your shine to make others comfortable. Don't water down your truth because it makes people squirm. This portal is designed to help you remember that you're not just on stage, you are the spotlight. Let the roar rise. The next act of your life is about to begin. And it's going to be legendary. On June 2nd, the cosmos decides it's time for a little intellectual showdown. The Virgo moon squares off with the Gemini sun, and for Leos, this is less about gentle nudges and more like the universe slapping a cosmic sticky note on your forehead that reads, "Deadline, now." What's happening here is a classic clash between the part of you that wants to color code your entire life plan, hello, Virgo, and the part that just wants to follow the wind and quote Rumi, "Yes, Gemini, we see you." It's like your inner perfectionist sitting down to have a serious chat with your inner poet and both talking over each other. As a Leo, you don't exactly enjoy indecision. You're built to lead, to shine, to act. So this is your official nudge, scratch that, your command to stop marinating in maybe and move. Remember those intentions you set back during the May 26th new moon? The ones you told yourself you'd revisit soon? Well, soon just got promoted to right now. They're either sprouting like wild sunflowers in your psychic garden, or they're withering from lack of follow-through. No more romanticizing the vision board, my friend, it's time to pick up the brush and paint. Light the match. Trust the fire. You are the fire. Then comes June 5th. And the universe decides to throw in a karmic pop quiz. Mercury, that chatty messenger of thoughts, squares the North Node in dreamy Pisces, which, if you don't speak fluent astrology, is basically like your brain getting into a staring contest with your soul. This transit is famous for triggering moments that feel uncannily familiar, prophetic dreams, déjà vu, that eerie sensation that you've lived this moment before but can't quite place it. Spoiler alert, you have. Because you, dear Leo, are one of the chosen ones. And this time, the assignment isn't to replay the past, it's to rewrite it. If you've been all roar and no action lately, talking about growth, but still binge watching self-help videos without changing a thing, this alignment will lovingly, or not so lovingly, expose that. But not to shame you. To remind you, you've got a script in your hands, and this is your rewrite scene. So sharpen your pen, find your spine, and start telling the truth. The cosmos is watching, and so is your higher self. On June 6th, Venus finally makes her grand entrance into Taurus, and let me tell you, Leo, it could not come soon enough. After a week of cosmic hot yoga for your nervous system, this is the emotional grounding you've been craving. Picture it, Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, swapping her stilettos for gardening gloves, settling into Taurus like she's back at her favorite countryside retreat. And for you? This transit is like emotional aromatherapy. Relationships shift from chaotic chemistry to slow-burning security. Suddenly, you're no longer attracted to the thrill of the emotional roller coaster. You want something that feels like a warm blanket and a deep exhale. Drama? That was so last season. You're in your nurture me or get out of the jungle era now. Taurus Venus doesn't do shallow. She wants substance, texture, loyalty, the kind of connection that doesn't flinch when the spotlight dims. As a Leo, it might feel strange to step back from the stage lights and cozy up to something quieter, but trust me, there's a different kind of power in being seen in your softness. Choose people who water your roots, not ones who toss gasoline on your glow just to watch you burn out for their entertainment. This is the moment to check your emotional guest list: who's here to help you grow, and who's just here for the show. Now let's rewind to June 5th and 6th, where Mercury, Mars, and Chiron form a trio that basically screams, "Speak now or forever hold your emotional baggage." Chiron, our cosmic wound whisperer, links up with action-packed Mars and truth-telling Mercury, giving you the courage to finally say what's been stuck in your throat since 2017 or maybe even longer. Yes, it might come out messy. Yes, your voice might shake. But that trembling isn't weakness, it's your roar waking back up after too much silence. This is healing through fire, Leo style. Old pain might rise, but so will your inner lion. And once you let that truth loose, don't be surprised if the air feels clearer, the burden lighter, and your chest a little freer. You've earned this breath. Take it. June 8th arrives with a cosmic exclamation point, not a period, and if you're a Leo, you'll feel it like a lion feels the first rays of sunrise. Mercury and Jupiter meet at 29 degrees of Gemini, known among astrologers as the Antarctic degree, the final boss of any sign, where the energy is peaking, volatile, and unapologetically intense. This isn't some gentle whisper from the universe. It's a mental mic drop. A sudden, blinding flash of insight that rearranges your inner chessboard. One moment you're debating your next move, and the next, you are the move. For Leos, this moment isn't just about intellectual clarity, it's about roaring truth. Think of it as the heavens finally sending you the memo your soul's been waiting for. That confusing crossroads you've been circling for weeks, or months, if we were being honest. Now you see the sign. And it's not subtle, it's practically flashing neon with a lion's mane on top. What's beautiful about this particular cosmic combo is that right after this grand revelation, Mercury slips into Cancer, like a professor who just blew your mind in class and then offers you a cup of tea to emotionally process what just happened. Here's the real gift: your mind and your heart start having an actual conversation. Not a debate. Not a shouting match. A sacred, balanced dialogue. Suddenly, your decisions don't just make sense, they feel aligned. That's the moment wisdom is born, Leo. And it's not just in your head anymore, it's living in your chest. Now, let's talk about that chest. And your hands. And that tingling on your forehead that had you wondering if you accidentally drank too much coffee or if you were just developing a superpower. Spoiler, it's neither. These physical symptoms? They're energetic upgrades. Your nervous system is calibrating to higher frequencies, preparing to hold the bigness of your next chapter. Leos, your body isn't just a vessel, it's a finely tuned spiritual Ferrari. And you wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a Ferrari, would you? So when your hands tingle, your heart flutters, or your third eye starts humming like a microwave on high, it's not a glitch. It's your soul expanding into the version of you that was always meant to emerge once you stepped fully into your light. Listen. Honor it. And if needed, take a nap. You reintegrating galactic software here. June 6th isn't just another date on your calendar, it's a cosmic coronation. Mars enters Leo, and if you thought things were going to stay mellow, think again. This is not background music energy, this is the opening number of your comeback tour. Mars, the planet of action, ambition, and unapologetic fire, steps into your sign like it owns the place, because honestly, it kind of does. The king has returned. And not the quiet, introspective version of you that's been marinating in self-reflection lately. No, this is you at full volume, at full flame. Confidence? Restored. Motivation? Sky high. That creative itch, that sudden need to clean your space, pitch that wild idea, or post that vulnerable truth bomb on social media. That's Mars whispering, or rather, shouting, "It's go time, Your Majesty." For the past few weeks, you may have felt like an understudy, pacing backstage while someone else took the spotlight. But now? Curtains up, Leo. And the role was written for you. You don't have to wait for permission. The crown has already been sized. Step into your story, not as a background character, but as the main event. And here's where it gets a little messy, but stay with me, because it's sacred mess. Around this same time, you may notice emotional waves hitting hard. Random tears? Check. Mood swings? Double check. Feeling like you're walking through life with one foot in another dimension? That's your system undergoing what I like to call cosmic spring cleaning. It's not dysfunction, it's detox. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. Old energies, outdated identities, expired relationships, they're getting flushed out to make room for something richer, bolder, more you. Yes, some connections may fade, and yes, a few projects might fall apart, but maybe they were never meant to come with you into this next version of yourself. Not everything that started with you is meant to finish with you. And that's not loss, that's liberation. You're not who you were yesterday, Leo. And honestly, that's the point. As the cosmic portal gently closes on June 8th, don't expect the energy to vanish like a passing mood swing. No, Leo, what's been unlocked stays with you. This isn't the kind of transformation you shake off after a good night's sleep. This is the version of you that walks straighter, speaks clearer, and loves with a kind of anchored intensity that only comes after a spiritual initiation. You've burned through your old patterns, cleared out the noise, and what's left? Clarity with a capital C. You're not just glowing, you're glowing on purpose. And people will notice. Some will lean in, drawn to the warmth of your new frequency. Others? Well, they might squint, take a step back, and quietly exit stage left. Let them. You're no longer dimming your light to be digestible. The ones meant to meet this version of you, the upgraded, soul-fueled, Leo 2.0, they're already making their way to you. And here's the truth, my fellow stargazers and fire starters, you didn't stumble across this forecast by accident. This was your Satori. Your spiritual jailbreak. The moment you remembered what your soul signed up for. You've been chosen not in a fairy tale, wand-waving kind of way, but in a real, soul contract, walk through the fire and still shine kind of way. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to lead with laughter, with love, and with lion-hearted truth. So roar louder. Live bolder. Say yes to joy, even when it feels risky. Be soft when the world tells you to toughen up. And for heaven's sake, don't keep this glow up to yourself. Share your story, your light, your lessons. This world isn't just hungry for inspiration, it's starving for authenticity. And your fire? It's the feast. If this resonated with your Leo soul, even just a spark of it, go ahead and show some love. Like, share, subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo, and drop a comment to let the pride know you've arrived. Your journey isn't over, it's just getting epic. I'll see you in the next cosmic update. Until then, enjoy the ride and never forget who you are.